The Department of Justice is planning to investigate Oklahoma's response to mental health. An autopsy is being performed after a dead body was found near campus. We have the updates. And ahead of the OU-OSU game, find out how you can win a scholarship by giving blood. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Carolynn Felling.
And I'm Roddy. We begin tonight with a first look at our forecast. After a chilly week here in Oklahoma, temperatures might be dropping even more.
OU meteorologist Coy Taylor is live outside with a first look at the weather. Coy?
Caroline, Bella, it is a little chilly out here in the shade. Some students walking around with light jackets on, but they're going to need the heavy coat tomorrow, as we saw temperatures in the 50s this afternoon, but the 30s on the way for tomorrow. Let's get you a live look outside right now in Denver, Colorado, where it's snowing, and we have a little energy wave moving through there, and that's going to be affecting our chances for some weather here in the next couple of days. So let's get you a look here at satellite and radar. We are going to continue to watch and monitor that storm system move through, and what would be across the area coming up in weather. A cold front is on the way. It's knocking on the door in northern Oklahoma. More flurries possible as we head tonight and even into tomorrow night. I'll track those chances out with Futurecast coming up in Maine weather, and your game day forecast. We'll have a look at that as we welcome in the Oklahoma State Cowboys on Saturday night at Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, and hoping for a Sooner win. Ladies?
Thanks, Coy. The U.S. Justice Department announces it plans to come to Oklahoma.
OU Nightly's Noah Mack is in the newsroom with what we know so far. Noah?
Yeah, that's right. The department is investigating the state of Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, and the city's police department. The DOJ is aiming to investigate whether the state provides adequate community-based mental health services for the people of Oklahoma County. They are also looking into the Oklahoma City's methods for responding to calls regarding mental health. Oklahoma City's police say they intend to comply with the investigation, but have not yet received any specific details. Carolynn, Bella.
Thanks, Noah. A reputable name and Democratic leadership shared a new announcement today following the GOP winning the House. Mecca Thompson has that and the rest of today's headlines from the News Center.
Nancy Pelosi, the first female Speaker of the House, announced today that she will step down after 2 decades as the Democratic Party's leader in the chamber.
Great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress. For me, the hour's come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus that I so deeply respect.
Representative Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat from New York, has been seen as the favorite to serve as a new Democratic leader if Pelosi were to step away. Following the announcement, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer announced he will not be running, and Jeffries is the chair of the House Democratic Caucus and a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. A judge has ruled in favor of Gabby Petito's family in a wrongful death lawsuit against the estate of Brian Laundrie. The family has been awarded $3 million. However, according to an attorney for Petito's parents, $3 million is an arbitrary number. Whatever money they do receive will go to the Gabby Petito Foundation, which helps support victims of domestic violence and organizations that look for missing persons. Bella, Carolynn.
Thanks, Mecca. Tonight, police are still investigating after a dead body was found near Classen and Boyd yesterday.
OU Nightly's Cameron Joyner has been following the story all day and is live at the scene with an update. Cameron?
Yeah, guys, I'm standing here next to the drainage ditch where you can actually still see a pool of blood after that unidentified male was found here yesterday morning. Norman PD says they have no new details to release at this time. That person is still unidentified, and they are performing an autopsy. However, the police incident report sheds a little bit of light as to what happened here yesterday morning. According to that report, police were on the scene by 8:30 a.m. The ditch is situated between an apartment complex and a smoke shop along the busy intersection of Classen Boulevard and Boyd Street. An employee at Smokey's Cabin did not want to appear on camera, but says she witnessed the body being removed from the ditch. The body was found face down and unresponsive, according to that incident report. Officers also reported that it seemed like the body had been here for, quote, a while. Norman PD is still investigating this incident and will keep you updated as more information becomes available. Reporting live for OU Nightly, I'm Cameron Joyner.
Thanks, Cameron. OU and OSU aren't just facing off on the football field this week. The Oklahoma Blood Institute is having its annual Bedlam Blood Battle to see which school will be the champion of saving lives.
Okay, you're all set to go. He'll take you right back. Thank you.
No matter what side you're on.
Bedlam Blood Drive Trophy is at Stillwater right now. We'd like to get that here to Norman this year.
It's all about giving back.
Given blood every year for the past 4 years, a couple times, and I just think it's a good thing to do. It's a good way to give back to a community.
Calling on Oklahomans to donate.
We supply 100% of all the blood products to every metro area hospital, over 165 medical facilities in the state. So we have to depend on donors to give that life-saving blood to help patients in hospitals.
My sister needed blood and she didn't get it.
This year's goal is 750 donors with different perks each day.
One donor will win an Apple Watch. So every day we have some nice prizes to give away, in addition to the fact that every donor gets a t-shirt, a Boomer Sooner t-shirt. And we've also got snacks and drinks.
And if you want to know who wins.
Saturday, we plan on making the presentation during the Bedlam football game to the winning team.
All right. Thank you for saving a life today.
From OU's ROTC Armory, Addie Crawford, OU Nightly.
If you're feeling healthy and want to donate yourself, then all you need is a valid photo ID. Answer some health screening questions, and chances are you're good to give.
And the deadly Ebola virus is currently spreading throughout Uganda, and health officials are working to stop it.
Find out how new vaccines are on trial to stop the spread.
Plus, coming up, data from a clinical trial for a new Alzheimer's drug has failed to help people at high risk of memory loss. Stay tuned for more in Health Beat.
There may be hope for the Ebola virus spreading throughout Uganda. Liv Walbeck has the details on how early vaccine trials might slow the spread in Health Beat.
That's right, 3 vaccines to help fight the Ebola outbreak in Uganda are on their first trial. On Friday, the vaccines will be given to 3,000 people who have come in contact with Ebola patients. And if there is a confirmed case, that individual will be monitored for 29 days to see if they develop antibodies. Disappointing results follow an experimental treatment for Alzheimer's disease. The drug is called gantenerumab and is designed to remove sticky protein pieces that build up on the brain, which causes Alzheimer's. Unfortunately, it did not show to significantly improve brain function or memory, and based on the results, all studies will be stopped. And while RSV has hit children hard across the country, hospitalizations for seniors with the respiratory virus are a growing concern. Though the numbers are still lower than pediatric hospitalizations, they're 10 times higher than before the pandemic. Doctors suggest these rates may be a result of easing off of COVID-19 health safety measures. And November marks National Diabetes Awareness Month. This year's focus is on managing diabetes by building a healthcare team.
Thanks, Liv. Yeah, having a strong support system and spreading awareness is a key component in maintaining good health. Another way to support the community could mean going to a local art museum.
Find out where you can go to get a one-of-a-kind experience here in Norman coming up.
Plus, I heard there's another chance to see some flurries outside. Hoy, what should I do to prepare for the possible freezing temperatures?
Yes, Carolyn, you'll want the heavy coat tomorrow, as we're not going to see temperatures budge much, and flurry chances tomorrow evening. We'll have all that and more in weather. Welcome back to OU Nightly and a look at the drought monitor that was released today. We have seen some improvements with the rounds of rain and snow, especially in eastern Oklahoma, but we're still under extreme drought here in central Oklahoma. In some areas from McAllister towards the Ada area, they're under what would be exceptional drought. And as we watch that drought, we do have more chances of precipitation, and that's going to be with a cold front dropping our temperatures for tomorrow. And we're on record watch here in Oklahoma City. The record cold high, so the coldest, highest temperature in what would be Oklahoma City for tomorrow's date, 35 degrees. Our forecast right now, 34. So we'd break it by 1 degree and set a new record in Oklahoma City. Not the record you want to be setting here in November. So live look over the campus cam right now. The sun's setting. You can see the shadows from the trees, but a pretty sight. Clear blue skies, sunny conditions, 57 degrees at Max Westheimer Airport here in Norman. West winds at 8 miles per hour. So the cold front hasn't quite moved through yet, and we have rather dry air out there, 27 degree dew point. So current temperatures mid-50s. It was a comfortable day out there today. It's going to be a drastic change for tomorrow. 55 Oklahoma City, Watonga, 55 degrees. We're to 60 in Fort Cobb, and there's that cold front. Look at that, 40s up in the northwest. Those blue temperature gradients are going to be spreading their way across the state as we head into tomorrow afternoon, and with it, the wind's going to pick up as well. Current wind speed sustained 24 miles per hour in Guyman. Here, lighter winds in central Oklahoma, but that front's going to be increasing those winds as it moves through. So we pick it up at 6 p.m. this evening. We're quiet across the state, but as we go into this evening, 10 p.m., we could have some light drizzle, maybe a few flurries up in the northeast from Miami towards the Tulsa area. That lingers overnight, makes its way into northwest Arkansas, and could impact the Muskogee area. But we're going to be mostly dry throughout the day tomorrow. So our lows for tonight, that cold front sinks through. We're going to see temperatures near or below freezing. 30 here in Norman, 30 in Elk City, 22 degrees in Guyman, where we should be for this time of year, 37 degrees, so well below that. And then tomorrow, not much rebounding from our low temperatures. That cold front really going to keep us under cold air with cloudy skies. 34 in Oklahoma City as well as in Norman, 32 Elk City, Guyman, 28 degrees. We should be near 60 in the afternoon tomorrow, but that's not what we're going to see. And then on Saturday, as we go, we're going to see temperatures, that is incorrect. Excuse me there, but we'll get into your Friday evening forecast. Here's what would be flurry chances as we head late Friday into very early Saturday, but that gets out of our hair just in time for game day. Here's the correct high temperatures for our Saturday, 46 degrees, so a tad bit warmer than tomorrow for our Saturday. It's going to be a cold bedlam game here in Norman. 45 out in the Panhandle, a little warmer along the Red River, possibly touching the low 50s, but still below normal for this time of year. 30 to what would be 34, so not much rebounding for your Friday. Again, flurry chance in southern Oklahoma, pretty much I-40 south, only about a 30% chance coming in late tomorrow evening. Bedlam, 46 degrees our high temperature, but it'll be cooler by game time after sunset. 49 for your Sunday, 50s return as we head into next week. And look at that, Turkey Day next Thursday, 53 degrees right now. We are watching the possibility of a storm system, but too early to get the timing on that details. Carolynn, Bella?
Thanks, Coy. An immersive experience here at OU is allowing people to come and engage with art using each of their senses. OU Nightly's Jayden and Brannon got to take a look into the synesthesia art exhibit on campus.
Sound, smell, sight, and touch, all pieces of a synesthetic experience. These are some of the elements that local artists have made possible in an exhibit right here on campus.
Literally use your 5 senses here, and I think that's something really unique, especially to a university campus.
The Synesthesia Art exhibit opened in the Fred Jones Jr. Museum of Art in June of 2022. They invited artists from Oklahoma City's Factory Obscura to visit the museum and find pieces that spoke to them. They were inspired by 1920s OU visual art student Olinka Hurdy's collection.
Factory Obscura came and looked through our permanent collection, decided that was so engaging. They wanted to build something that reflected her work and kind of paid homage to it, and this is what we came up with.
Synesthesia artists and museum staff are hopeful that this immersive experience will allow students and locals who wouldn't normally visit an art museum to come and experience art in a fun and engaging way.
This is also a place where you can come and touch things and hold on to them and experience it a little bit more closer to how you're comfortable with experiencing it. We all have a different way of experiencing art, and there's not a right one.
On campus, Jayden, Brannon, OU Nightly.
The synesthesia exhibit is open during regular museum hours and will be on display until June of 2023.
And unfortunately, this weekend is OU's last home game for some OU students and players.
Milena Semere is here in the studio to break down the Bedlam rivalry coming up in sports.
The iconic Bedlam battle returns to Norman this weekend with the Sooners looking to become bowl eligible. And the player who clinched the win for the Thunder breaks down the game-winning shot right after this. I'm Milena Semere, and it's time for sports. The ultimate battle for state supremacy and bragging rights is back. The Cowboys are making their way to Norman to take on the Sooners at the Palace. With a tradition dating back to 1904, it'll be one of the last matchups in Norman in the series, prior to the SEC move. But the Sooners' chances at a bowl game are running out. OU wide receiver Marvin Mims reminisces on Bedlam.
Freshman year, it's pretty fun. I mean, they came up here, we whooped them up pretty good. I think at that time they're supposed to have a really good defense. You know, it's Spencer around that quarterback. You know, we just had a great game plan. You know, put it on them. I feel like at that point they couldn't stop us. Had a pretty cool catch against them at that time. I forgot his name. He was one of the best corners in the country. And then last year, honestly, just going up there, I mean, it's a different atmosphere.
On Wednesday night, OU volleyball caged the Wildcats and left the Little Apple with a win, 3-1. The Sooners posted their best conference record since 2019. Oklahoma will close out the regular season next week, starting with a road game at Iowa State at 6:30 p.m. And there was a thunderstorm last night in the nation's capital, and the Wizards did not check the forecast. OKC bounced back against Washington in the final seconds of the fourth quarter, and lightning struck the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sunk a massive game-winning three-pointer to secure the Thunder's win, 121-120.
So I've just found a little sweet spot. And really just taking what they give me and allow me to do. And if they sag off, I'm going to shoot it, whether it's in the mid-range or the three. People being fans and recognizing my game is cool. It's a pleasure. It's kind of the dream, you know, as a kid. You make it to the NBA and you want to be a phenomenal player. It's fun. I'm not going to let it get to my head, though.
And what better way to break in a new arena than a huge victory on opening night? The Longhorns basketball team downed number 2 Gonzaga in a 93-74 beatdown. Texas now ties a program record for its highest-ranked AP opponent defeated. Its last win over a number 2 team in the AP Top 25 came against rival Oklahoma in 2009. And now, Carolyn, Bella, I hear you guys know a dog who is dominating the NIL landscape.
That's right, Milena. Coming up, find out which college football team has a famous furry fan.
This special pup has stolen the hearts of fans and maybe some of their Twitter followers. Stick around.
I'm Morgan Martin at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The acting police chief on the day of the Uvalde school massacre has stepped down from the department today. Lieutenant Mariano Pargas' resignation comes ahead of a special Saturday meeting called by the city to determine his future at the department. His resignation is effective immediately. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Morgan. Lane Kiffin, head football coach for Ole Miss, has a dog that might just be more famous than the players on the team. With more followers than most of the players, Juice has an NIL deal with the Ole Miss Collective.
This furry friend has brand deals with the treat company and licensed products. Juice is officially the only canine NIL program ambassador.
And in other football news, the Bedlam game here in Norman this weekend is going to be a cold one. Coy, should we bundle up for this game?
Yes, Carolyn, you'll want the heavy coat and pants, maybe gloves and hat as well, if you are headed out to historic Owen Field at Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium as we welcome in the Pokes from up north 42 degrees for the tailgate with some sunshine. The clouds will kind of thin out. We'll expect clear skies as that sun sets, and temperatures in the 30s, below freezing by the fourth quarter. So yes, you'll want the mittens. 30 for our overnight low temperature, 34 tomorrow. Flurry chance tomorrow in southern Oklahoma, south of I-40. 46 for your Saturday, 49 Sunday, and then 50s return as we head into the holiday week. 53 for your Thanksgiving. Bella?
Thanks, Coy. And thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bella Roddy.
And I'm Carolynn Felling. Make sure to watch OU Nightly weekdays live from Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma. Good night.
Good night.